Yo, what up, guys? This is Chris. I need to put a note up top of this episode because we recorded this on Thursday, and we thought we were going to be fine. Like, no big impact was, nothing crazy was going to happen between Thursday and, Sunday night. But literally the next day, Kanye put out that new shit, and basically what I'm saying is we're going to cover that next episode. This episode, we're not going to talk about it. We have a lot of things to say, but not this episode, next episode, because we pre-recorded this on Thursday when we usually do it on Sunday. So just hold out for us, and we're going to cover it. All right. Oh, I got a lighter.
You got tools?
Or Becky got it. There you go.
Thank you very much. 100 bands. Now, does anyone want any of this?
You want it all, Lawrence.
I don't think I can do 30.
Plus you have an hour.
But you also don't have to finish it. Like, if you don't finish it, then I'm not going to chill no type of way.
All right, now I'm just, let's do it.
Are you guys going to talk about Bill Cosby at all? Come on, you got it, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Cosby.
You're not really streetwear, but we could do it.
Now, we could talk about Cosby. We could talk about Cos a little bit. Kanye. OJ, this is a streetwear lifestyle podcast, bro.
That's what
That's true.
How OJ compares to Cosby.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
That's what I was talking to you about.
Yeah, because he got snatched round 2.
Yeah. Round 2 makes a difference, man.
100 bands, 50 bands. Oh, that's hilarious that you put Tekashi and I was just singing a Tekashi song. I like Tekashi.
I found out some interesting information about Tekashi.
Is it all allegedly, or is this stuff we can actually say on this podcast?
No, we could say it on the podcast, I think. But so, Rock Nation's in my building, right?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of music cats that are in my building. And one of these dudes I know, we were talking about Tekashi, and he was like, yo, I seen his contract. I was like, oh, word? Apparently, he had a $10,000 contract for 3 albums.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But I'm sure he makes that money. I'm sure he makes a lot of money touring, all right?
Yeah, but the problem with that is that when he tours, all that gang shit is getting his shows canceled. So it's like that's where the money is the tour.
Touring.
I mean, like, if he somehow opts out of the deal, and this is just, I consider him a reliable source, but, it's my word, his word against, Tekashi's. I'm not going to talk to Tekashi, so... But yeah, I guess it's a 3-album, $10,000 contract, which is like, it's nothing. That's awful. Lil Pump just signed that $8 million. Actually, you know what the fucked up thing about Lil Pump is too? So he had like that. What was the one he just signed with Warner Brothers?
I don't know.
I think it was for $8 million, his new deal. But he was on Warner Brothers before for $15 million. But I guess the stipulation was he couldn't touch it until he was 21. So he basically took half. He opted out of that one and went back in, and he lost like half the money. You know what I mean? These little kids are dumb, bro. Why just not wait till you're 21 and you got double the millions? You know what I mean?
Because I feel like these kids, they want some type of money. They want. I don't know, man. Baker Mayfield went first. You watch football?
Yeah.
You follow the draft?
I didn't follow the draft, no.
All right, cool.
Well, you know what? I'm half in, half out because of Kaepernick. I don't know whether I should watch it or support him.
Nah, I feel you. As a black man in America, I had my black friends told my ass off one weekend. They was like, "You watch fucking football?" So they was like, "You watch that shit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I gamble on it, so I gotta watch it."
Yeah, it's weird.
Word. All right. Bro, you wanna do this? This is episode number 11. Remember
Yeah.
Happy Studios.
Remember to be happy.
Sup podcast in the building. It's Lawrence DeLoach.
Chris Cheney.
And Becky Rodriguez.
This is the happy hour episode.
Happy hour. Chris got me in here fucking drinking damn near 40s. Wow.
Yep.
About to record, so I'm gonna say some wild shit tonight.
Yep. That's the idea.
That's the idea.
We got no Mike today, though.
Yeah, Mike's not here.
It's okay.
What's up, Mike?
And guys, I promise you, in the future, we have an amazing guest list that's going to come on this podcast, but scheduling conflicts always arise last second. So right now, you just got me and Lawrence. But, like I said on the last episode, Lawrence, someone was asking for more of you, so now they're going to get it.
They're going to get more Lawrence? I'm telling you, I don't know if you're ready for that. I might say a lot of curse words, and you might not appreciate it.
No, I will appreciate it, and I think the audience will too.
Fuck. All right. Where can we start? I mean, obviously, we got to start with like the huge news of these last couple of days. Since this is a streetwear podcast, Chris, what are we going to talk about? Mr. Streetwear himself?
We got to talk about Kanye.
Kanye West.
And, I was in my head about it. I was like, do we really have to cover this guy's tweets? But then I was thinking about it, like, you have to look at him like he is the face of the brand. So the brand recognition and like the value of the brand goes off based on what he says.
Of course.
So this wild shit, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like that when we were talking about like if you don't like Kanye, can you wear the sneakers? No, I thought they could be two separate things, but they're not. They can't.
Yeah,
they are totally coincided. Anything that Kanye does affects the brand itself.
Of course, his tweeting obviously is very erratic. Usually, what happens with Kanye is when he releases a new album or he has to start promoting things, he goes on different Twitter rants. He's done it before in the past, so a lot of people were familiar with what he was doing, but some people weren't expecting some of the tweets that he tweeted out. Obviously,
no. Do you have one specific that you want to call out?
There was so many. I mean, obviously the main ones were the ones he took with the "Make America Great Again" hat.
The signed. He got it signed, dog.
Man. He got it signed. Yeah. I think that was obviously that's the one everyone was talking about. The ones I think that a lot of the streetwear community is laughing at is the fact that the motherfucker said he makes more money
fucking Jordan
than Jordan,
which is 100% not true.
Yeah, it's totally not true.
I don't know how he got that number in his head, but I mean, he definitely up there with the sneaker money. You know what I mean? But he not.
No, I mean, obviously, I mean, they said some math. They were like, he has to pretty much produce, 450,000 Yeezys from now until June to like even, be kind of in the same boat. And fuck that. He's not diluting the brand that much. But once again, I mean, I think it's just, it's just Kanye. Here's the thing, It's been I've always defended Kanye. Like when
yes, you have.
Like I do. Let me say, when I was in college, girls used to be like, Lawrence, who you fucking act like Kanye West, and I was like, and it was just a funny thing because like I would have like outbursts and I would flip out on people, but like as the years go on, it's like, all right, I can't defend this behavior. Like I just can't. Like as a dude who's not a we're not gonna make this the political hour, but I'm not a Trump supporter at all, and I don't like what he stands for and what he brings out in people. Like it's hard to see a guy who you've enjoyed. But I think once again, I think all this is done. I think Kanye once again, and Kim Kardashian made a major point when she said, people are so quick to label it as, he says something outlandish, he does something crazy. It's like, oh, it's mental health. And a lot of times, I mean, he fucking canceled, what was it? The Life of Pablo, the concert.
Yeah.
Because of quote unquote he was in a hospital with mental issues.
Did you hear that he was addicted to opioids?
Yeah, I heard about what was that the Ebro interview?
Yeah, the Ebro thing.
On 97. Where he was talking about he was addicted, they were saying they was questioning that. Once again, I mean, then it's so funny because people, people are always like, oh, this motherfucker is crazy, he's crazy. And then, Harvey Levin from TMZ, he's like listening to, I don't know if you saw, there was a video from TMZ.
The freestyle.
The freestyle. Yeah. And Harvey's like, this motherfucker seems pretty normal to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think, once again, I think a lot of it with Kanye is what can I push? How can I push and promote shit? You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he's doing this crazy shit for the album promotion?
I think part of it is, he's doing it for promotion. I think part of it is, it's just, once again, I think you have to chalk it up to
because he's acting weird,
being Kanye. I mean, it's fucking Kanye West.
Yeah, but I'm saying he calls Hot 97 to talk to Ebro after the first comment he made, and then he's just saying I love you, and then doesn't say anything else.
Well, I mean, he's had a lot of erratic behavior in the past. I mean, if you can go back, you can go to the Sway interview, you can go to fucking the Taylor Swift stuff, the Beyonce shit. Like, Kanye does this is a Kanye West thing. It's not like this is like Jay-Z tweeting out some wild shit. It's Kanye West. This is what he does.
I want to know. Oh, I didn't even think about that. What does Jay think of all this?
I mean, Jay is super smart. I watched the David Letterman. I
didn't get to see that yet.
Let me tell you something, man. Jay-Z, I met Jay-Z 15 years ago when I was in high school, 15, 16 years ago. I don't want to give my age, but I'm kind of young, old. But
where was it?
I met Jay-Z at Transit, NYC. This was on Broadway, Lafayette. They used to have a place called Transit. It was just like, it was like Michael K. Like, you're familiar with Michael K?
Yeah.
Jay was at the time like he was the best way to describe it was he was a Brooklyn nigga. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like everyone like Jay was from the hood, everyone Marcy this, Marcy that. He had just had beef with Nas and like, you know, I just remember he took a picture with me and my friends, one of my friends graduated high school.
You met him post Ether?
Yes, and this is so funny because this is like my friend graduated June of 2002, so this is like, you know, mid-June, and I'll never forget, it was Summer Jam time. Mm-hmm. So I remember Nas was headlining Summer Jam that year, and I kind of remember just saying to Jay, like, first my friend was like, can we take a picture? And Jay was like, yeah, of course. So we take a picture, which I still have to this day, and then I kind of say some slick shit. I'm like, yo, Jay, man, fuck Nas. You should have headlined Summer Jam. Fuck Nas, Brooklyn all day. And Jay kind of looks at me like, yeah, I really don't want to, like, he didn't really want to get into it. You could tell it was like a sore spot for him. Like, because he fucking lost the war.
Yes, he did.
Kind of, you know, definitely. So to see like Jay go from that to where he's at now is like complete, like it's just like such a transformation.
That's
so
crazy.
When I watched the Letterman interview, I'm like, Jay is, you know, 47, 48 or whatever, and he's like he's like a brand ambassador for hip hop.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see, like, he was campaigning for Hillary Clinton the day before in Ohio. He was, you know, him, Beyonce, they were fucking. So when you see that area, the left, and then you see the right where Kanye is hanging out with Trump and shit, and Leor's throwing up the white power symbols and all that shit, and you're just like, whoa.
This has gotten really ridiculous.
It's gotten really ridiculous. But once again, June 1st, Kanye West, seven songs. June 8th, Kid Cudi, Kanye West.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What is it? Tiana Taylor, Nas, June 15th. Like, these are dates.
Don't forget Push.
May 25th.
Uh-huh.
So this is what Kanye is, quote unquote, doing. This is how he pushes the wheel.
Yeah.
Is it smart? No.
It's not. But he's in the media every day.
In the media every day.
Do you think the Yeezy stock is down?
You know, so funny because I had made a stupid post on Facebook and I was like, yeah, fuck that. I said, I'm selling my Yeezys. I ain't selling shit. I'm wearing Yeezys. But like, I mean, you know, it's so like they said when they said when he went on the rant, he had 27 million followers. Mm-hmm. Once he posted the picture, he went down to 18 million. Now today I look on Twitter and I'm like, he's back at 27.8. So I'm assuming something fishy went down here with Twitter because he lost so many followers immediately, and which is, you know, literally. I mean, you look at any entertainer who embraces Trump and it's like, oh shit, like their career is on the slide. Like I think Shania Twain or some shit like that the other day was, or like she had to backtrack, and like Steve Harvey with his Steve Harvey suits was fucking with Trump, and people was like, fuck you, Steve Harvey. Like it like you can't, like even his inauguration, like no entertainers wanted to like perform for Trump.
Yeah.
It's like a death wish as an entertainer because everyone is so anti-Trump.
So do you think it's a good time now to buy Yeezys?
I think, man, listen. Do
you think it's changed at all? Do you like? Because I mean, I've been trying to look at the prices. Mm-hmm. Some people have been like, I'm getting rid of the shit, kind of like the thought you had. But I don't think anyone's really not going to buy the shoes or get rid of them for the most part.
I mean, listen, man. People.
But if there would ever be a time to buy them,
now is the time.
Now is the time.
If this was actual stocks, you would buy. You buy as many as you can.
Yes, because it's going to go back up.
Yeah, it's going to go back. I mean, I personally, I'll say this. I wore mine. I wore a pair of Pirate Blacks the other day, and I'm like, these are the most uncomfortable sneakers ever. I really wanted to get rid of them before he even went on the I love Trump rant.
Right.
I wanted to just get rid of them. I like the V2s for comfort. Uh-huh. I just hate the V2s how they look.
Yeah, they look bad.
Look bad. All right.
Wait, did you see? All right. So for you guys who don't know, so the non-comics that listen to this are I don't want to. He's an acquaintance of mine. I wouldn't say that he's my friend, but I do know him. Jason Scoop. Mm-hmm. Okay, he back before Trump got elected got a Trump 2016 tattoo on his arm.
Shout out to Jason Scoop. He's a hilarious stand-up comic based in New York City. He does great impressions. Yeah. He's fucking. I like him. He's always been super friendly to me. And you were gonna say he got a Trump tattoo.
Yeah, he has a Trump tattoo that says 2016, and then today I saw on Instagram he got a Kanye 2020.
Let's clarify. He got the Trump tattoo back in like 2015, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and he like lost a bet. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a stupid, like, not serious thing.
It was before Trump went off the deep end. So when Jason Scoop
before we realized he was off the deep end.
There you go.
More than he already
before
is.
we realized.
Yeah.
When he got the tattoo, people were like, "Oh, this shit is hilarious!" Ha ha ha! Like Trump's not gonna win. And then as Trump continued to grow, everyone was like, "Oh, Jason, you know you fucked up, right?" So today I just saw he had a Kanye 2020, and people were making fun of him because they were like, "You dumb motherfucker, Kanye's gonna run in 2024, basically."
That's what I was commenting. Yeah.
But
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, once again, if Kanye has a great album, I think all is kind of sort of forgiven in a sense for the most part. If he drops trash, then
Which he won't. If anything, what will happen is the same thing that happened with Yeezus and Life of Pablo. Everyone's going like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Mm-hmm. So in 808s, everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And then eventually, like when people come back around.
No disrespect to 808s, I think 808s is one of the greatest albums, and it's a great mood music.
I think it's his most important album.
Yeah,
Because that was when the hip hop divide sort of really occurred.
Mm-hmm.
Old heads were kind of like, "Dude, Kanye, what the fuck?" And then young cats were like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, and this is right after he lost his mother and all this other shit. So it was just a lot of singing, a lot of auto tune that people weren't really used to or they weren't expecting out of Kanye.
Yeah, and I think 808s was sort of the first curated move that helped Drake become what he is, because then Drake gave him Heartless. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That was a whole thing where that sort of vibe is what I think set Drake apart from the rest of the guys. But this isn't a music podcast. This is a...
I mean, yeah, this is kind of, right now, I think we've devoted, I swear we've been talking about Kanye for 8 minutes right now, and there's so many other subtopics about Kanye West.
Well, I do want to ask you, what do you think about him wanting to name the Air Force One the Yeezy Force One, or what the fuck he said?
I mean, get that nigga his meds, man. For real. Just get him his meds, man.
How do you stick with one brand? What are you doing? Why are you talking about Nike shoes?
Because he's
except when you're shitting on him.
Because he's still bitter about how the breakup went down.
But I never remember him wearing Air Force Ones.
Dude, let me tell you, before Kanye.
I mean, Bapes does.
No, I mean, Kanye for the most part has always had like some, like he was like one of those dudes who when he was with Nike. Uh-huh. I mean, I can remember him wearing infrared 6s, Aqua 8s, like before dudes, and even Jordan 1s. Like people
infrared 6s was the disappointed Kanye meme, right? He's in the him and fucking Kim went on vacation or some shit.
Yes,
and then he's sitting down looking all sad and shit. He was wearing the infrared 6s.
So he's always been. I remember him wearing Supreme Blazers back in the days. Like Kanye's always been a Nike guy. He's just he was upset about how the breakup went down.
Yeah,
and he can't get over it.
Speaking of breakup. Because I do want to touch on this for a second, because I think it's fucking hilarious. The Yeezy dating website. Have you seen it?
No, he has a dating website?
No, he didn't. He doesn't have one. There is one where some guy just made it. And dude, I'm in some Telegram chat where there's like 700 people, and it's all people that just love Yeezy. But if you go to Yeezy.dating, it's all people that are supposed to be Kanye West fans.
Like like Tinder, like you have.
Yeah, no, it's like, okay, keep it for Yeezy. And yeah, all right, I'm gonna pull up the chat real quick just to try to get the number of how many people actually in here. There's if you go on Telegram, which I never heard of this app before this, but there's a 787 member group chat of just all Yeezy fans. I went on here thinking that like when he was going crazy that they were gonna have like some weird shit to say about like his tweets, but they were just talking about their favorite fast food. So if you guys want to check that out, I think it's pretty cool. I'm on there.
Kanye's gonna always have his fans. People like no matter what, like any major entertainer, and Kanye, I think he has his people that love him. So like I said, people listening, if you don't have a pair of Yeezys and you want your first pair of Yeezys, buy them now.
Yeah, now's the time. Now's the time. You probably only have a couple days too, honestly. Like
before.
Something's gonna happen where people like him again, or I don't know. There's gonna be some weird change where it's just gonna go back up.
Or we're gonna have another celebrity in the news and people are gonna forget about Kanye, like Bill Cosby or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally, bro, like Kanye today or yesterday, and now it's Bill Cosby, and then tomorrow it's fucking OJ or whoever it is in the news. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, Cosby really felt that OJ feel on the double take.
You got that feel, man.
Wait, so is that everything on the Yeezy thing? Just before we move on, because I don't want to try to backtrack too much. He'll probably come up again.
He'll probably come up again, but yeah, I mean, let's we can talk. Speaking of, I do want to say this. I mean, we did touch a little bit on Cosby. I'll touch a little bit on that later, but we talked about people breaking up with Nike. Drake is now officially with Adidas. I saw.
Although he just came out with those Wallabies.
What Wallabies?
OVO did some Clark Wallabies.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I had a pair of Wallabies when I was a kid. That's cool. I like Wallabies.
No, but I feel like he's jacking Raekwon shit.
Dude, The Wu did Ray did do that shit back in the 90s. A lot of dudes.
He was the first one to give Clark some credit.
Yeah.
Because Clark's before that, I at least in my mind, in Boston, Clark's to me was like an old woman shoe.
Word.
Yeah.
I remember I asked my stepdad to give me
right,
a pair.
Becky? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pair of Clarks, like 97, 98, because rappers had them shits.
You know what? And then I think when iPath came, the sneaker company was the skate shoe.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what I'm talking about? No. iPath had this wallaby looking one, and I think that after that, I think that's when Raekwon. I'm coming out my ass. I might have the dates all fucked up, but I feel like iPath came out with their Clarks looking shoe that was a skate shoe, and then Raekwon was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna just do the real one." That might be just me though. I have no information to back that up, but
yeah. So what's your thoughts, Drake, Adidas?
No, it's great. I told you from the beginning. I love that. I think it's going to be very important for music going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think that he's going to have way more freedom. Like we discussed before on previous episodes, that Drake is going to have more freedom to do what the fuck he wants because Adidas is very catering to all their collaborators.
Mm-hmm. Artists kind of don't want to do the whole Adidas thing. I mean, Nike thing because, Nike doesn't really give them full creative control. So at this point, when you have a guy like Drake, who was the kind of the biggest rapper that they had on brand with them, now he's gone.
Yeah.
So now I guess the biggest name that they have, or the biggest guy that they have now is with Travis Scott.
I guess so.
They would say Travis Scott, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume because there's no Drake. There's no Kanye. Jay isn't promoting anything with them. So I mean, I would literally think.
I guess it is Travis.
And Travis has been gifted. He has a few pairs of. I don't know if you saw the Cactus Jack 4s that he has coming out. So I mean,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, once again, I think it's a small loss for Nike. I mean, at the end of the day, Nike's Nike, and they're still going to recover, and they're going to be fine. So,
speaking of other rapper shoes, did you see that A$AP Rocky's coming out with an Under Armour shoe?
Yeah, I heard he got a deal with Under Armour. I didn't know.
There was a sample that leaked, like some shitty picture of a sample, and it looks like an Osiris D3.
Okay.
And it's you don't have a good picture of it, but apparently, like, now you're looking at other team, like everybody's teams, as far as just personalities in general. Under Armour now has Steph Curry, and if A$AP Rocky with him, A$AP Rocky. So that's two for them.
Okay.
So I want to, because I think the guys from li-ning listen to this because I upped them up on those couple episodes. li-ning, you have to get a rapper now.
Yeah, word. You
got to get a rapper. And also, whoever reviewed and said, stop it with the li-ning shit. Look, I'm not saying their shoes are good now. I'm saying they're figuring it out and they go and be the Chinese brand.
Klay Thompson, no, he's with Anita or some shit, Antita or some shit. Who's with li-ning?
Dwayne Wade.
Oh, D-Wade, that's right.
Yeah, and Kevin Garnett was there. After he left Adidas, he went to li-ning. And then I don't want to say anything else because I'm not sure. But
okay, that's fine. I just know
those two.
Let's do our. Let's talk. I do want to talk about some other shit real quick. I want to talk about today's Supreme drop.
Yep.
Struck out on the one item I wanted.
Okay, so yes, let me set it up for a second. So now Lawrence, as our Supreme correspondent, our number one Supreme guy,
I guess,
give us a breakdown on what actually came out today.
There was the only thing that I think everyone for the most part wanted was the Supreme Rawlings baseball catcher mask. I don't know if I said that right. Basically, Supreme dropped a fucking baseball mask for $120 that I just wanted to buy so I could resell it, and I literally, man, I wasn't swift today, man. I was pretty slow.
No, you were slow on the mouse. I
was slow on the mouse, and what's been going on this season is Supreme's been doing a lot of termination. They've basically, they've been violate. Like if you use autofill or you check out too quick, they're like, oh no, and then we're gonna cancel your order, or we're not gonna give you. You're not gonna let you check out. So what I was doing was I was literally I copied and pasted my credit card information, and then I manually put in my expiration date and my security code. But I think that's like too slow for an item like that. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I missed it, I was upset, and just wanted to get it because they were selling it on StockX for around $250. So you could have
That's a quick flip. That's a double, baby.
That's almost, it's pretty much a double once, fees come out and shit. You're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
But then, it's like some weeks you miss out, some weeks you hit.
What do you think of the Hellraiser stuff?
That shit was garbage.
It is garbage, right? It's not just me.
Supreme, like honestly, as a person who likes Supreme, or I wear some Supreme shit. I thought
You're wearing the 5-panel right now. What do you wear Supreme all the time?
But that's a Lawrence DeLoach trademark, like a 5-panel Supreme hat. Like everyone who knows Lawrence, like, oh, he wears Supreme hats all the time. Like that's a trademark. That's a thing.
You can't trademark the 5-panel. The 5-panel is for everybody.
No, it's not for. It is for everyone, but at the same time, when you be like, oh, Lawrence DeLoach, oh yeah, he wears Supreme hats. Like that's his little thing.
How many do you have?
40, 50. I don't know.
Of the 5-panel?
Yeah, I got a lot of 5-panels. I do. Like yeah.
I didn't realize you had that many.
I got a lot.
You are literally a human 5-panel.
Yeah, I am. Like it literally. Yeah, it's fucking bad. Yeah, and I rotate. I got like 7 or 8 that I rotate.
How many? You're wearing the black one right now, with the black box. How many of those specifically do you have?
How many black ones? Or?
Yes, that specific one, because I know you got doubles.
No, I don't have. Honestly, I don't have doubles. I mean,
I don't believe it.
No, bro. I literally. I have a few black 5-panels, 5 cam caps. Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my thing. I like cam caps. They're just like, all right, throw them on. Like I don't, because I used to wear, when I was younger, I used to wear a lot of fitteds, and like I got a huge head pause, and it got to the point where I was just like, I wasn't wearing fitteds anymore because I think I was just getting older.
What are you, an 8?
No, I was like honestly like a 7 and 5/8.
Okay, you're almost there.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm like, and I'm not even supposed to say I'm
Pause to this whole conversation.
Yeah, this conversation is fucking weird. But, so I just got to the point where I was just feeling, started feeling Supreme hats, and then just like started out as like, oh, I'll buy one, and then I'll buy another one, and then it's just like, oh shit. Like the favorite one I have right now, I have there's a blood and semen joint I got from years ago.
Okay.
Last season, I think. Or
Pause on that too.
Pause on that. Blood and semen, and yeah, it's blood and semen Supreme cap, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Angel, look it up.
And so back to what else. This season's just been a weird like Supreme season for people. I think a lot of people are just like, either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of like garbage shit. Supreme is like, but they're at the point now where it's like soccer moms is fucking with Supreme.
It's almost over for Supreme. I don't know if anyone realizes that.
I'm not gonna say it's almost over, but it's at the point where it's just like,
Well, actually, all right. Here, this is what I'll say. When it comes to Supreme, they're coming out with too much stuff too fast. It didn't used to come out like this.
And what do you mean?
Like there used to be less drops with less items. Would you agree?
I can agree with you.
Okay, so now they're kind of catering to, they realize they have a bigger audience. The lines are getting bigger. More people are coming from other places just to get the shit in New York, right? Like like people they'll fucking skip whatever just to come and.
Oh yeah, people are people come from different countries.
It's getting to the point. What I'm noticing is that we touched on this before. Is like you can't tell like who's actually cool wearing Supreme, and it's getting to the point where there's like moms wearing the shit.
Yeah, soccer moms wearing the shit.
Yeah, like when they go get it for their 14, 15-year-old kids, they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna get a 5-panel. You know what I mean? And then literally like on field while the kid's eating oranges during halftime, she got a Supreme hat on.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you, I go to Whole Foods and it'll be a cashier, and she'll be like, yo, where the fuck you get your Supreme hat? And I was like, I get it from the internet. So
like, where would you think I would get it?
Yeah, man. So people fuck with it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. At some point, it's gonna get to where like there's like not like cool moms wearing it, but like my mom's gonna be like, Chris, can I get Supreme? I'm gonna be like, oh no.
You can get, yeah.
And then it's gonna be so diluted that it's just gonna. Like the bubble's gonna pop on it. That's what I'm sort of looking at.
Yeah, I think everything in fashion has a like this shit was hot 2 years ago and now this shit is whack, and then
like Off-White's the thing now,
and yeah, of course Off-White is where it's at, and then who's to say that in 6 years Supreme is not it's again where it's at. It's still fucking up there.
No, it's still. I'm not saying it's going anywhere soon. I think it is gonna. I'm gonna give it. I'll say 4 years. I think before.
It's still one. I mean, honestly, it's one of the most recognizable fashion brands in the world. Like, I'm gonna say Supreme, Louis Vuitton, like Gucci, like, and I'm not putting them in the same stratosphere.
Yes.
But what I'm just saying is, in terms of brand recognizability, it's up there.
Well, it's kind of like how like every mother knows who Mario is, right?
Yeah.
and they've never played the game. They've never fucking whatever. Like that's what Supreme is. It's like the Mario of streetwear.
Yeah, it is.
Sort of recognition.
Totally.
But I think this is what's going to happen with Off-White too, because I just saw they're going to do a red collection.
So what is it? A cheaper collection for people, or what is it?
No. It's the same. They're just going to do in red. Now I don't know.
Are you talking about you're actually talking about the sneakers?
Yeah, I saw it. I was on my timeline that they're doing a red one.
You know what I'm gonna say, and I think I've stated this on this podcast plenty of times. I feel like the original idea, if Nike just didn't whore it out,
right? We
would
both
have gone
agreed
down
on that.
as the greatest, I think, collab that Nike's done.
Yeah, but now like it's gonna pop.
It's almost. Here's the thing. It's not gonna pop because so many people want it, but at the same time, the original 10 are gonna like have such a high. It's gonna be regarded so highly, and I think anything after that, it's like this is cool. But I feel like Nike's whoring this out, just like Nike continuously does.
Yes,
I do want to talk about. I think in addition to like what I talked about earlier with Supreme and like how I missed out on the catcher's mask. What I don't like is okay. This is what I'm gonna say. As a person who resells things a lot of the time, obviously to make additional money and all this shit, I'm a fan of StockX, but I'm also not a fan of StockX.
Can you elaborate?
Of course, yeah. Okay. I feel like what I don't like is StockX is if I'm saying this right there, to me they're like a seller's market. And when I say that, it's like it's really seller friendly. Mm-hmm. So like Chris, you go to like now they've decided we're gonna take in more. So in addition to sneakers and Supreme, and they already like taking Louis Vuitton. They're taking in Bape. They're taking in Palace now, and it's like now because if I get something, right? Say I pay $150 for. Whatever. Say a mask. Say I catch this mask at 11 o'clock in the morning. At 11:02, I can list that mask. But because people are so hungry to make a couple of dollars.
Oh, you saying there's like a 3-sell?
In what sense? What do you mean by there's a 3-sell?
So you're saying like all right now, so the resale game has gotten so crazy. This is just I'm guessing. So you buy the mask at
120.
120. All right. So then it's on stock at 250, and then someone thinks that maybe I can push this for $3. So they put it on for $3.
No, that's what they do is if I'm like I'm not taking anything less than $250 for this fucking mask. Right?
Okay.
This is the market. This is the resellers. This is what we as the resellers have decided that we want. And then it's some guy who's just like a newbie or a person who doesn't really have the money to finance what they've paid. They're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sell it at $200 and I'm gonna undercut everyone.
Okay.
And then the problem with StockX is that there's no minimum. So you say you have the mask, you're like, fuck, I got a bill to pay. I just wanted to make like $50 or $30. So now you list it at $200. Now someone's like, fuck that, I'm gonna list it at $201. And then there's $202. Like there's no intervals.
Oh, it's like the price is right.
Yeah, so it's literally like I can have a pair of shoes for $203. Then there's a $204. There's $205. It's like with Flight Club or like a lot of consignment shops, they don't do that type of selling. Like it's like if you're gonna list it,
it's pretty standard. They have like a regimen that they follow.
You either list it at the price is listed at, or you have to go 5%, 10%, but you just can't list it at a fucking dollar. And I feel like StockX is great in a sense that, like I said, it's easy to sell. It's so easy to sell on it.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like it's fucking up the resale game itself in terms of like when people are literally. Because some people get into reselling. People think that reselling is like, oh, I'm gonna get into resell. I'm gonna make all this money, and I'm gonna have this second income. I got a job. I resell. But a lot of times people don't understand that. Like, dude, you don't some shit you just don't buy to resell, and people don't get that. Like, you get a pair of Yeezy 500s, the Blush joints.
Yes. And
people were trying to resell them just for $240. After you pay $200 plus tax plus shipping, so what do you? And then when stock takes their money, what are you losing $4? You fucking idiots! you understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. It's a weird. I've never sold on StockX.
Okay.
So I wouldn't know. I've looked at it. I never tried to buy resale on anything.
Okay.
Anything ever. But I do get the mentality that you're saying, like, if I gotta pay a bill, like, damn, all right, fuck, I got him. I guess I'll just get my money back in $5.
There you go.
That's wild.
I get it.
It's so much effort just for $5.
It's like why did you even invest? Why did you even spend your money to basically either make a couple of dollars or lose? Like, it's just like, keep your money. Becky, you understand? You get what I'm saying? Like, Becky, you get it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's totally not worth it. It's like if you have $250, right, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna buy these sneakers so I can make an extra $50, so that way I could put that $50 towards my cell phone bill, like some people do. But then they end up taking a loss because they didn't understand that what they purchase is what's technically called a brick, and the reselling a brick is when you can't make any money off of it, and now you're fucked. And I think that's a problem with.
It's making everything sort of become brick slowly.
There you go.
Yeah.
So people buy shit now, and we've discussed this on this podcast, where people buy shit with not even the intention of even faking it like they're gonna keep it. They just buy it so they can sell it. And when you have 10 people buying 10 items, 10 people buying 10 pairs of sneakers to all of them reselling, eventually people gonna get nervous and start undercutting each other, and then.
So people that aren't necessarily into streetwear that listen to this, because there's a couple people like that, like the comedians that fuck with us that listen, they like not into it like we are. I want to let you guys know that you should watch one of the best things the Complex ever did, which was the Resell Supreme documentary. That's on complex.com. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it.
I think that's the reason why Emily Oberg really popped off, because everyone was watching that shit, because it's sort of like a snitch video. You know what I mean? But a snitch video in the sense of, like, you know, it's kind of teaching the moves and avenues of how to do shit, because people really didn't know. Like, reselling was very underground, I think, until that documentary. And that's sort of people like who just were interested in quick bucks were like, oh, I'll just do this.
Yeah.
The more media attention this shit got, the crazier. And then that's when did StockX pop up? Because that's a relatively new website.
StockX is definitely new. It's got 2 years old, maybe at best.
So if you follow my timeline, that documentary came up, I think, before StockX. So, all right, maybe fuck you still, Complex. I don't know how I feel about Complex, bro, because sometimes, like, I fuck with them, and other times I'm like, damn, you look just like a urban TMZ.
Yeah.
Which I hate.
Yeah, it is.
I hate all these things that, like, they're trying to do other shit now. Like, Hypebeast used to just be like, all right, it used to be very analytical, bro. You used to go on there like, this is this when this comes out. This is when this comes out.
Yeah.
This is when this comes out. Here's a preview of this. And then you went to High Snobiety to get, like, writing. You know what I mean? But now it's like everybody got to cover everything. Yo.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was just going to say, like, in addition,
I was just going to end up doing an angry rant.
Nah, listen, do your angry rant.
I've said this on the podcast before, but, like, I watched Dragon Balls. I watched anime as a kid, okay, and everyone make fun of me, and now I fucking go on Hypebeast, which was I ended up being a cool kid because I had the sneakers, and they would find out I like the anime. They're like, I don't know how I feel about you, fuck you, bro, right? Now I'm going on fucking Hypebeast, and they like previewing new characters for the Dragon Ball Z video game, and they're talking about the ending of fucking Super, and I'm like, when did this shift happen? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't have a year or a date, but I understand what you're saying, bro.
Like, yo, I actually got hyped because I saw that Dragon Ball Z is sponsoring I think it was a Taiwanese baseball team. Okay,
sounds about right.
Yeah, and they're
like
making a baseball jersey, which you know is up my alley. I love fucking baseball jerseys as a layer piece. I'm gonna try and get that shit, but now it's like in my head, I'm like, yo, that's too cool now. That's like too. It's too much.
Too much. Yeah.
Before I'd be able to live in obscurity like my Indians jersey and just kind of have this like weird niche thing that no one really would understand. But now people are gonna be like, is that a Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Baseball jersey that's like official, and I don't want people to know that.
I get it.
I want them to go like, what fucking weird Asian shit is that?
Yeah, and now people know. I think just
when Dame was on, we were kind of talking about it too. It's those weird little obscurities that only certain people can tell is what makes it really cool. It's like most things.
Yeah, it's like I always say, I always use this as an example. People understand what like off-whites are, off-white, sneakers and this and that. But like to me, the best sneaker ever, and I'm not. And I know this is such a weird thing for me to say, is a pair of Tom Sachs Mars Yards. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
yeah.
I think it's a sneaker that people literally, if you don't know, you're like, this dude's wearing some bummy Payless sneakers, but like but honestly, it's probably one of the greatest Nikes that, it's an original. And the prices of those sneakers are insane in terms of what they go for in the aftermarket, but only sneakerheads know.
Right.
Whereas, if you look at
Lawrence or Sean Becky.
it's probably one of my favorite sneakers ever. But like when it doesn't get the credit it deserves because it's not as loud and flashy, and that's what I think a lot of people in fashion, or when I say fashion, I mean fashion. A lot of people want to be loud. I'll take wearing a bunch of no name, and this is as you get older. I know you, like Chris, you're a guy, you love A-Life. So like
in my opinion, it's the best streetwear brand that's ever been created.
There you go.
I know I'm biased, but
which is fine. I mean, of course you can be biased. I mean, you put in years with them. You've worked with them. You've done a lot of shit.
Well, they're the reason I'm in streetwear at all.
There you go.
They were the first brand that I saw that catered to skateboarding and art. Okay. And were like just like that cool grimy sort of like it just had the cool allure to me, and it didn't seem inauthentic. It seemed very fucking authentic. Like the shit that Rob makes is so on point. It's very clean. It's very simple. You can easily tell it's a graffiti-based brand because of the size of their logo.
Of course, okay.
Graffiti is about taking as much space as you can with your name. That's why their logo is so big.
Yeah.
I've never really confirmed that, but I've just assumed that sort of like, that's why the A-Life logos are big everywhere. That's why it's bigger than like what people normally do with their logos. You look at Kith, you look at Supreme, you look at any other regular box logo, Stussy, A-Life, and now I'm blanking because I'm thinking about this on spot, but like those sort of brands that have rooted in some form of graffiti always have big ass logos.
Yeah.
No, all the other ones, they're just a slight hit, slight touch.
Yeah, I try to think back, like, I used to wear A-Life. This is like 07, 08, 09. I wore A-Life all the time. And now as I get like a little bit older, like I said, I've said this plenty of times, I'm a huge John Elliott fan. I think he's right now, and I think you can kind of classify that in streetwear in a sense, because a lot of it is hoodies, denim, t-shirts and shit like that. But I would wear. I just got something in my eye
because the incense smoke is going directly into your face.
No, it's not even incense smoke. This is gonna sound weird, but like I usually always wash my hands before I touch my eye. I kind of touch my eye without doing it, and then my eyes like.
I don't think the incense is helping.
No,
but we mad chocolate up in here. We got incense. We mad Zen and shit.
Zen. I think that's
Becky keeps the Remember to Be Happy Studios very aligned.
Remember to Be Happy Studios.
Remember to Be Happy Studios. Wait, Becky, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Becky came from happy hour. She a little kicked right now.
I'm drunk.
I love it.
I'm a little drunk.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Becky with the blicky and the drinky.
Drinky and the blicky.
You said this was the drinking episode.
Yeah, this is a drinking episode.
Where I'm trying to get
You got that 32 ounce Corona. I got my 24 ounce Budweiser with another one in the fridge.
For those of you, like usually we do this podcast very sober, with the exception of maybe like some secondhand marijuana smoke. But like today, Chris was like,
me.
Becky gets us all high off contact
highs. But today, Chris was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna drink," and we've been having a little. I'm like 12 ounces in, I think, of a 32 ounce. So I still got 20 to go.
Yep. Wait, so if we're gonna keep doing, I know I could probably just edit this out if it doesn't really go nowhere or ends up funny. But since we're doing this on Thursday now, should I start posting this Fridays, like tonight?
Nah, I think we still keep it Monday. Keep it for continuity going.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think the continuity is cool.
I didn't want to unveil the rate.
Work week. Start that work week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like it on Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I was just what the fuck?
I'm always just scared that something's gonna happen on the weekend and we're gonna miss it, and then we're gonna, comes Monday, they're like, oh, they didn't talk about that at all.
Oh, nah. So I mean, it's all good, bro. We'll figure it out. I mean, I was.
They love us for us.
That's right, Becky.
There you go.
That's right.
They want to hear our conversation together.
That's right.
Word.
Fuck yeah. You know what? I kind of did want to double back on something, is because I wasn't really fucking with those Tinker 3s.
Okay.
I was okay with the white ones, with the white swoosh.
Which one you talking about? The Justin Timberlake Super Bowl?
Yeah,
ones?
yeah. I'm calling those all just the Tinkers. The
I
Tinker
call them the JT.
But they coming out with the ones with the gray mid and then the black swoosh again.
The original Tinkers.
Yeah, the original Tinkers. Yeah. I don't know what changed between when the JTs came out and now, but I like those again. I like those now.
Yeah,
I have to change my opinion.
Honestly, I mean, Tinkers. For those of you guys who know anything about sneakers and shit, Tinker was like a driving force behind Michael Jordan's thing with Nike.
Yeah.
And I feel like this design is like really cool. It's something different. Where not different, but I mean, as long as we've known the Jordan 3s, they've never had a swoosh on it. And to put a swoosh on it is pretty cool because the ones were notorious.
You know what I think it was? Because I saw them on feet. I was like, those do look good. And I don't know.
That's a thing in footwear. Where you can see something like if you see a pair of sneakers and you see them online and you're like, I'm just garbage, and then when you see them on someone's foot, you're like, you know what?
Yeah. All right, let's use the V2s for example, because I think those are a beautiful shoe. I really do. I think the V2s on a shelf displayed as sort of like an art piece. It's a great looking item. It's a great looking object. But when you got them on feet, it's like it looks like you just like stepped in tar.
Yeah.
They're all goofy flop. They have no upper support. I know that's sort of the idea. It's just like a knit shoe. It's supposed to be breathable and sort of streamlined, but have a touch of technique.
Which
to
one?
it.
The version 2s?
Yeah,
those are honestly those are built sturdily, and I don't think sturdily is a word.
they do.
I don't.
They don't look it.
But they honestly,
The ones kind of look sturdy
oh my
compared
God,
to the twos.
the ones are like the Yeezy version ones are some of the most. You're I think I said this before. You're flim flopping in the sneaker.
The ones you are.
Yes.
Really?
Because it's not a stable like.
I haven't even tried them on.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to say shout out to Brooklyn. There's ambulances. That's what I'm just want to let you know. Everyone who's listening to the
Very
podcast.
recurring motif on the podcast is sirens.
For those of you who think Brooklyn's sweet, this shit still don't play no games. Brooklyn, we
Yo,
go
remember
hard.
To Be Happy Studios in the hardest part.
This isn't the hardest part.
No, but they don't need to know that.
Good point. This is mad hard. I just saw a baby shoot someone with an AK on the streets. It's hard.
The baby from the Chappelle bit.
The baby from the Chappelle bit? Nah, this is just a regular old hood baby in the hood of Brooklyn. But listen, I didn't kind of finish my rant on stock.
Oh yeah, let's go back to stocks. We got sidetracked.
I did watch a video on stock of how they authenticate sneakers. Very scary.
Why? What do they do?
It was very like we scan because StockX had a StockX day, and it was very like, okay, so we get the sneakers in, and then we scan the paper that you send us, and then it pulls up all the dates that we need to know that should be inside the sneaker, and then we check it. And we just sent it to you. It was no like triple legit. It wasn't like when I go to Flight Club, once again, fakes can get through anywhere.
Right.
But my experience with selling with Flight Club, it's always like, they look at the sneaker, they smell the sneaker, they put them side to side. They're like, okay, like da 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 da, and then they're like, all right, and that's their thing.
Yeah.
But what and I want to pull up the video because it was very like, if you're a buyer, if you're say you buy a pair of sneakers, and you pay, I don't know, people pay $1,500 for a pair of sneakers. Just say you pay $1,500, and if the legit checker guy is just like, let me scan this. Okay, so the production dates are this. Let me check the bottom. Haven't been worn. All right, cool, good. That's scary.
I get what you're saying.
It's very scary because I think the beautiful thing about living in New York City like we do, if you get a pair of sneakers, say from like StockX or GOAT or whatever it is, you can easily you can go to Stadium Goods, you can go to Flight Club, you can go to Rare Pair, you can go to Round 2 and say, hey, legit check this for me, and you could do your own legit checks.
Yes.
But if you living in fucking Wyoming. And
Yeah, you
don't-
really can't do that. If you got
don't-
no boutiques that are willing to help you out, you ain't got shit.
You're fucked. So I think that was very scary about StockX. I think it's a great platform. Like I said, I'm never gonna say it's not a great platform, Chris.
Wait, but what you said something that made me think of something is this. If you agree with me, roll with me on this. I don't think you're a real sneakerhead unless you smell your shoes.
Yeah, of course.
Becky, you ever gone to a sneaker store and then somebody gets the box and they smell them first?
Why would they do that?
You don't. Fresh sneaker smells so good. So good.
That new shoe smell?
So good.
Why have they not made a new shoe smell air freshener?
I don't know. The only thing that I think smells better, and this, you guys are gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy, but the only I can equate it to. You ever smell gasoline?
Gasoline smells so good.
Oh, gasoline
Smells awesome.
Oh my god, when I put my car, sometimes I just drip a little gasoline on the floor so I can smell it. Oh my god,
Are you rolling on the?
Don't judge me, please.
No, I don't. I'm with you, Becky. You with
I
us?
think it kind of is like gasoline because it's like the petrochemical mixed with plastics and stuff.
Oh, we got scientists
It's that new plastic smell.
Love it.
Yeah, yo, if you buy sneakers and you don't smell them before you purchase them, I don't think you're a real sneakerhead.
Word.
You like your stuff to be like new though?
When you buy it,
When
yeah.
you wear it, like, do you like everything to smell like plastic?
I mean, look, my foot's gonna be in them and then sweat.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna stay that like that forever. But I'm saying when you first buy them, it's like this crispy sort of the smell. It's a nostalgia thing because like when you first start buying sneakers, like that's one of the things that you remember. Your memory is connected to your smell.
Yeah.
Right. So when you were a kid, I think it's all sneakerheads have great memories of as kids getting good sneakers.
Yeah.
And then one of those things is when you open the box, that woof hits you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you go back to, I always have this memory of these Converse Slimes. Do you remember those?
No.
I don't exactly remember. I mean, when my mom bought me my first Reebok pump, and then I just remember these Converse Slimes. It was like it had slime in the sole or some shit. I can't remember exactly what this was like way back, bro.
Like Nickelodeon, what's that show?
Yeah.
Like Double Dare?
I was something like that. You know what? I've tried to look these sneakers up, and I haven't been able to find them because they were kid sizes. So like, I don't know if there's any. No one really was caring about what kids were wearing back then. This is like '90s shit, but like, so there was like no internet, no record, like no hype on anything. But I remember just getting those. I think they were Converse Slimes, and I was bugged out. And then later,
Really?
I always remember the first Reebok pumps that my mom bought me, because then actually one time I broke the glass door because I kicked it. I was like fucking around. My sister locked me out the house. So I was kicking the door, trying to be like, I was just being a little dickhead, like let me in. And then I thought because I pumped him up too much is why it broke. So I have like those two memories, but it always happens when I get new sneakers and the wolf hits my nose.
When you open the box and you know there's it's a glue smell, there's whatever the smell is, it is very, it can be strong, it can be memorable, and yeah, I mean I see it all the time. You remember Fat Joe used to lick the bottom of his sneakers,
which is corny. It's so corny. It's supposed to be like it's so clean, like the shoe design itself is so clean that you can lick the sole.
It's like the soles.
Yeah, but that was hot for like a year.
But dudes would lick. Yeah, I see. And this is now like kind of a subtopic. I watched an Instagram video. This is from like maybe a couple years ago when a pair of Jordan 1s came out, and a guy literally on the Instagram video, he's like, "Yo, these the real deal," and he licked the bottom of it. It was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like, oh, all those germs, bro. You're dying. You're dead. You're gonna kill yourself.
So to stay on a sneaker topic, because it was something that I was thinking about, because I saw that Bodega and New Balance are going to do a collaboration. And for those who don't know, I'm not talking about a deli. I'm talking about the Boston sneaker store. And they're doing it based off the Boston transit system, which is color-based.
Okay.
It's sort of like it is here in New York City, but there's no real numbers. There's like orange line, blue line, red line, so it's lines. So basically the whole New Balance shoe is just different hits of those colors, all the trains.
Okay.
And then I was thinking about, remember those Tempos that came out that were NYC?
No.
You never saw those?
No.
Really?
No.
We were in Foot Locker. Oh, my bad, Angel. We were in Foot Locker one day, and they were like on the shelf.
No.
You don't remember those Tempos? Instead of Air, it says NYC?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What are you doing to me?
I'm sorry. Now I do remember. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Don't yell at me.
I'm done with you, bro.
You're making me scared. Chris is really making me scared right now, guys.
No, but what do you think? What do you think about like city-based sneakers?
I think it's a cool thing. I think it I think people love their city, and and people will, want to represent their city. They want to rep their city.
Okay, so what I'm just trying to have a conversation. Like, can I wear the Tempos in Boston, or can I wear those New Balance bodegas that are about to come out.
When you say
here.
tempos, you mean you talking about the up tempos?
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Scottie
Oh,
Pippen.
is that what threw you off?
That's what threw me off for a second. Yes. Okay, so you're talking about with the city pack.
Yes.
Like Chicago, ATL, NYC, all that shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got you. Yeah, I think representing your city is awesome. I think the Nike just did they had the for Air Max Day 2019. They had people come in and create different Air Max versions based on their city.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were, they were doing designs based on, New York City Transit, Paris, all that different shit. So I think it's cool. I think it's an awesome thing. I'm not against it. I wouldn't wear it, but I think it's awesome.
Oh, you wouldn't wear it. See, this is the real conversation I was trying to like. That's the point I was making. Like, would you wear them?
I don't, like I said, I'm not like, I've never been a guy who literally, I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn, so I've never been the guy who's like wears t-shirts that BKLYN or like, like Marcy Pride. Like, I've never done that. I've never been that guy. So I mean, if the shoe is nice, awesome. But if, I'm not just going to go on my way to, I'm not going to tattoo Brooklyn on my back.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I love
that's
Brooklyn,
fair.
but I'm not going to do it.
Okay, yeah, because I would only wear Boston ones. Like I would never. I have this thing where because I'm a big fan of A-Life and it's a New York City brand. It says New York all over it. I don't think I can wear as a person not from here the stuff that has New York on it. So I try to avoid those. I think that's sort of disingenuous.
Okay, I get it.
But I would totally wear just Boston-based shit. That's why I got so excited. I've said this a couple times, but that's why I got so excited when Kyrie got to Nike. And, I mean, on Nike got to on the Celtics. The beer's kicking in a little bit, I think. This is nice. No, but I got excited because they were going to start making more green shit. And I was like, fuck yeah, I can rep my city a little more. Because they don't really do that. They only care. I think they base a lot of their designs off the players that they have. So like the poker hand pack. That's what I'm basically talking about. Those clay greens. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, they'll come out next. Yeah, Jordan 1. There's 4 different colors. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and there's 4 different hands. There's like the 6 of a kind is not a real hand, but that's the 6 rings. Then they have the straight whatever. I don't think they would have made the green one unless they had Kyrie on Nike. Because what are you going to do? Like you want to make the shoes wearable to your athletes so they can get more free promo from them wearing them.
Okay.
Right? Are you following my train of thought here?
You. Okay.
Okay. So when that's why I pay more attention to the trades as far as like who's like not so much the team but the cities. The city's important. So him going to Boston, they're like, oh, we'll just make more green stuff now so we can wear more stuff off court.
I get it.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
You're nothing wrong with that.
All right. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Did I tell you about the sketch idea I had where it's 2 dudes talking about the Kardashians, but you can only say Kylie and Kim's name?
That's funny.
Like you're trying to have a full conversation, but you can only say their names. All right. So let's do this. We'll try to do this one out. This could be funny if it works out. So which one was the one who got cheated on while she was pregnant?
Kylie. Wait, I can't say Kim. I can't. Wait. It feels like Drink Champs right now, guys. You ever listen to Drink Champs? This shit feels bad.
Yeah, we've been drinking.
Yeah, it feels like Drink Champs.
You can only say Kylie and Kim.
Okay.
All right. So now, all right. So we'll try this again. All right. Which one was the one who got cheated on while she was pregnant?
Kim.
No, it wasn't Kim. It was the older one.
Kim Senior.
Lawrence is so trash.
Kim Senior. Okay, I can't say senior. So Kylie, but Kylie's younger. But I just was like Kim Senior. But all right, cool. It's a bad idea.
I don't
guys.
think we know enough about them to play this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really like.
No, this came from a conversation I was having with my roommate. We were outside, and I forget exactly what we were talking about. We literally couldn't think of the other two's names, so we were going like, "Nah, not the older one, but the other older one." I was like, and then it was like, "Wait, who's the middle one? Is Kim the middle one?" And then I was like, no, because Kylie's the youngest. I think Kim is the 3rd oldest. It was fun. I'm gonna edit this whole thing out.
Kim Senior.
What do you think, Becky? You good? You've been kind of tired this whole time. I know.
I'm drunk.
Do you have any opinion about Nike using the old LeBron logo on the new sneakers that are coming out?
No, it's awesome. LeBron's a brand ambassador. He's one of the greatest players of all time.
What reason do you think they have of doing that?
Using old LeBron logos.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about not the dunk? You talking about Dunk Man?
No. It's the L, because you know how they have the 2-3 that's sort of like to.
Yeah, it's with the crown. You talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, come on, man.
But why do you think they would do that?
Because it's I mean, we live in an era where retro shit is amazing. People pine for retro shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, LeBron is, dude, they were in a heavy bidding war, like with Adidas for LeBron James back in 2003. Like, they got the kid. They got that man. So, you know, they paid him, I remember, like $90 million or some shit when they signed, and people were like, this is crazy. And he's literally returned their investment tenfold.
Yeah,
Nothing
definitely.
wrong with it.
But,
Nothing wrong with
but
it.
so you think the reason, I'm just trying to get at it, like, I'm trying to figure out why they would do that. You think it's because the retro trends are hot.
Our retro trend is super high.
So you think that them doing that sort of like a ploy, because it's not retro yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's on a new shoe.
yeah, it's on a new shoe, but it's old. It's on an old. It's a new shoe, but it's an old logo. Amazing. I'm not mad at that. Not at all. I mean, listen, Kobe, Michael Jordan. Those are, you know, certain guys. You know, you're always gonna use their old logos, new logos. You're gonna always put it on different shit to keep things hot and fresh. Nothing wrong with that.
No, because I agree with you. I think they're doing like I think they're doing a little cheat code.
Doesn't matter. It's LeBron James. Amazing player. Last night he showed everyone who still doubts him in his 15th year in the NBA that he is.
Oh, with the buzzer?
With the block on Victor Oladipo, which now they say it's a goaltend, and then the game-winning 3 to close out the game. He's just fucking amazing, and I just love the dude. He's fucking great. All right.
So wait. Currency coming up with some questions. Do you care or no?
Who?
Currency.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I'm a cop. You a hater. All white threes. What do you think?
No, pass.
I like them. I don't know if I'm bi, but you also still a hater.
Yep.
Let me see if there was anything else that I wanted to touch on. Do you care that Hypebeast is covered? Oh, I forget who covered it. Where did I read this? But do you care that Nike exec quit and is going to Supreme, and that for some reason that's coverage?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's fucking fashion, it's marketing. Yeah, it's a Nike Converse exec.
Yeah,
that went to Supreme.
Marketing.
And that's what I said, man. I said earlier, Supreme ain't never gonna die. Supreme, like Hulk Hogan, they're gonna Hulk up. And then,
I might have been wrong when I said 4 years earlier, but they not making it to. What are we at? We're 2018 now. They not making it to 2025.
Bro, if they make it to 2024, that's 30 years in the game. Come on, bro. They good.
If they get to, all right, so how many years? They're 99. No, 94.
94.
A-Life is 99. They're 94. Okay, so who do you, damn, now we get into a good topic when we got to stop soon. But I guess maybe we'll pick this up next time. Who do you think is who had the biggest run, a brand in streetwear?
Supreme.
Like, who lasted the longest?
Supreme.
Well, you know that, I mean, there's brands still out there that are older than Supreme.
No, I know that, but I mean, who's had the most impact? Supreme.
That's not the question. Like, who do you think has been relevant? Not even relevant. I don't know how to word this question.
I mean, what we gonna get into a FUBU versus Rockaware debate? Like,
Kinda.
I mean, motherfuckers don't.
I mean, Echo's still putting out shit.
Echo. I mean, yeah, but who legitimately is wearing Echo?
Seamless driver or delivery man.
There you go. Seamless guys.
Seamless guys.
Yep.
And day workers.
Day workers.
But they still making new shit.
They make new shit, but who's wearing? I can't say.
Maybe we'll try to pick this up, and then
let's
when
pick
we
it up.
got Mike here, maybe a guest.
Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up next episode.
All right. Is there anything else? 2 Chainz coming out with Versace suits. Do you care?
No.
Okay. You a hater.
That's gonna be like my title, Lawrence.
Lawrence the hater. Satin shattered backboards.
I don't give a fuck because they don't go into my size.
Right.
Women's 12, which is a men's 10.5.
I can wear them. I'm thinking about getting them.
You should. I have the original shattered backboards. One of the most beautiful sneakers ever.
Orange is popping, bro.
Orange is popping.
Orange on sneakers is so fucking popping.
Beautiful. People used to clown me. They used to be like, "Yo, you wearing Halloween sneakers? Best sneaker out. One of the best Jordan 1 plus colors."
Yes. And that's why I also fuck with the D Brown colorway so hard on any Reebok.
There you go. White, black, orange. Boom. Pumped it up.
Okay. Guys, this was episode, are we 11?
11.
Episode 11 of the Sub Podcast. Remember to be Happy Studios. You already know what it is.
All right. Real quick before we close it out, what do you have this week?
This week, so this is coming out Monday. I got dick, bro.
All right. That's
Pause.
It's fine.
I'm gonna be on some shitty bar shows, but I don't want you guys to come to them.
That's fine. People, you should still let people know. Put it on like your Twitter, Instagram, and they'll come through.
Which is at not that Cheney if you want to check me out.
There you go. If you put it, they'll come. Wait, if they post it, they'll follow. I forgot the saying, but you know what I'm saying.
You were so trash at the outro. LZD 325.
Yeah, LZD 325.
Nice pants, bro. Human Places with the 3 is the E. Remember to be Happy Studios. Check out her website. Becky, when are you gonna start making the clothes?
Oh man, soon. I'm gonna have a lot of free time coming up.
Why?
I'm gonna be a little lonely.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll help you make the. We'll figure out how to brand your shit, and we'll be out.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, Becky gonna come with the merch. You guys, I made T-shirts. I posted them on my personal thing. If anyone wants them, I'm gonna set up the Patreon, so maybe we can get some things because I already got some sales that I know I'm counting. I gotta divvy up some money between us 4, even though Mike barely here. But
Mike here in spirit.
Mike here in spirit. Yeah, go to his Instagram and make fun of his fucking Asian.
Make
chink ass.
fun of his fucking Instagram page. Okay.
All right, guys. Anything else?
I think this has been a great episode. I love you guys for real, for real. Thank you for listening. Make sure you go to iTunes, rate us, give us a nice review. Make sure you ask us questions because we love when you ask us questions. And
yeah, Zach, email us, you little bitch.
You little bitch.
I shouldn't berate the listeners.
You shouldn't berate the listeners, but I'm sorry.
But Zach is special, and I'm from Boston, so when we call people names, that's how we show affection.
Word. And yeah. Kanye, please get out the fucking sunken place because you acting like a little bitch. Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay, Cosby arrested too. Bye, Cosby. Good luck in jail.
We didn't talk about Cosby.
Damn, I didn't get into my Cosby rant, but whatever. All right. That was a great fucking.
Sup Podcast was recorded at Remember to Be Happy Studios.